And then
Were you just dying? Were you just looking, going?
I had the ick.
But did you say to him, what are you doing?
No, because
then the camera comes in from the top and looks at this soup, and all my kids are like, oh my God, Mum,
Oh, no.
you can do that in your sleep. It's so embarrassing.
He was very taken by me.
Oh, of course he was. Oh my God.
I was at home with Krissy, Victoria and Nicole.
wait, Sydney summer?
Sydney summer. Hi, I'm Nicole O'Neill
I'm Victoria Montano.
and welcome to another episode of At Home with Krissy, Victoria and Nicole.
As you can see, we are -1 Krissy Marsh. We wanted to bring you the A team today, Krissy. You know, just joking. We miss you terribly.
But you know, the show must go on. So today we are doing summer salads and summer bods.
Summer salads and summer bodies. I feel like a little bit of a hypocrite here because I've probably had 2 salads in my life.
I know, but you know what, Victoria? These are 2 amazing salads that can be served on their own as a meal or as a side dish to an Aussie barbecue, a beautiful fillet of fish.
Correct.
You're having people coming over, or these are great salads that you can bring if somebody says, bring a dish. And you go, okay. Today we've got 2 great salads. We've got the TikTok sensation that everybody's going
So
crazy
what is it?
about.
What's this TikTok sensation?
So everybody on TikTok has their version of this because you know I'm very cool, I'm on TikTok. So this is a crispy rice salad
Yes.
that is an Asian style.
Beautiful.
And so we've got plain jasmine rice over there that's been cooled and then
And how come
baked
it's so
in the oven.
brown? Because it's been baked.
So it's baked in the oven
That
with
colour?
some chili sauce,
Great.
some chili, some soy sauce,
Divine.
and then baked till it's reached a crisp.
Divine.
And then you've got all different ingredients that you can use. So this is the type of salad that you can use what you have in the fridge, or you can buy one theme. So this is a bit of an Asian theme that we've got going here.
I'm going to go across to another continent, over to the Mediterranean, and do a really filling salad that I sometimes do for my husband, who's always complaining that he only wants to eat meat. It's a roast pumpkin salad. We are going to do it with a homemade pesto and some ricotta. It is absolutely delicious, guys, and very, very filling.
Let's get cooking.
All right.
So let's start with the pesto.
Yeah, you do the pesto, Nick. So we've got
Okay.
classic pesto, but very simple. We've dumped it down. I've toasted these pine nuts earlier. It was a 200-gram packet. I've reserved a few just for the dressing later. We are going to do Parmesan. Look, I don't want you to get too head up on this, but
Again, Victoria doesn't cook with recipes.
I don't cook with recipes. So let's do...
So it's very hard to
Let's do
translate.
2 handfuls of Parmesan to start, and we can always add some more.
A lot of this is to taste
This
as well.
is to taste because obviously Parmesan is quite salty, and I'm doing 2 really big handfuls of basil, like fresh basil. And Nick is going to put the lid on this blender and she's going to blend it with some olive oil.
So do you like to drizzle the olive oil?
I like to drizzle as we blend.
Okay.
So, okay?
Yep. So as you can see here, it's all mixing beautifully together. So we've got a nice,
Sort of like becomes like a bit of a Parmesan breadcrumb.
and then we slowly pour the olive oil in.
Now I can see already that needs another handful of cheese.
So explain to people how you can see
Okay,
that
how
needs-
I can see is because it's just a little bit too green. Although we want your pesto to be green, I want it to be more of a golden green. So I'm going to put a 3rd handful. Actually, I'm going to do 4.
I think it also comes down to how fresh your basil leaves are.
4 handfuls of Parmesan cheese, and that's definitely going to be it, Nick. I've got the measurements right now,
Okay.
ladies. good, Nick. That looks really good.
Do you want a bit more oil?
Show me. So we want it to be a thick paste. I think that's going to be perfect. I'm going to move over to here once Nick's blended that.
This is a great, if you don't have a blender at home, this is a great one because it's a stick blender.
That's good. Good? That's good.
Okay.
Okay, now coming over to me, I'm gonna roast this pumpkin. I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil onto the base of the pan. I have cut my half pumpkin butternut squash into moon shapes just because it's gonna look pretty when I plate it up later. Lay them out. I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil on top. Make sure every single piece of the pumpkin has a little bit of oil on it. Add some sea salt. It's really as simple as this. Now, you could actually put some chili flakes as well at this point. I'm not going to because
the kids might eat it.
The kids might eat it later for dinner, so. And then we're going to put this into the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes or until we get some caramelization on these golden moons of pumpkin.
Okay. Now, while that's in the oven, I would put together the...
Okay?
Yep.
Perfect.
So move that away.
Yep.
Okay.
While that's in the oven?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Okay. So while the pumpkin's in the oven, let's assemble the rice salad.
Fine.
So what we can do first is make the dressing. So I have a glass jar here. And in it, I'm going to put some rice vinegar, some crispy, let me grab my, this is some crispy chili that I just bought in the Asian aisle at the supermarket. That's also the same crispy chili that I mixed in with the rice before I put it in the oven. Then we've got tahini.
Yummy.
Which is beautiful.
Tahini is
such a staple.
It's sesame seeds ground. Now it's a little bit of a secret Asian umami. People would often associate tahini with Arabic food, but if you think of sesame oil, which is quintessentially, probably the most quintessential Chinese or Asian flavor.
Which is what I have going in now.
Correct. So you can go a little bit cross-culture and take your tahini over.
And it really helps to bring out the sesame flavors of the dish. So that's some sesame oil.
This is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. And then this is some soy sauce or tamari sauce. This dish can easily be made gluten-free and nut-free if you leave out the cashews at the end. And then a little bit of sugar to help offset the...
Now, if you don't want to use sugar,
you could use honey
or maple syrup or rice syrup.
So we put the lid on and we give it a really good shake. So Victoria, do you want to give that a shake while I assemble our salad? So, in our salad, I have, you know what we could put in here? A little bit of water.
You do need water, I was just thinking that.
Exactly. Helps the water helps emulsify it. So in goes our brown rice. And then all the other ingredients that you think would work. So I've got some edamame, again, bought it in the frozen aisle of the supermarket. Some cucumbers. I like to keep all the vegetables roughly the same size when I chop them.
Very chic.
Yeah, and also then you get a bite of everything. Some radishes, which I like. Some people don't like radishes.
You love radish in all your salads.
I love radishes. It also brings a bit of colour. Some shallots. I have some canned corn. You can do roasted corn. You don't need to do corn. I have some cabbage, which I will add to our salad, which is sort of kind of like the base.
Cabbage is a really great base when it comes to Asian salads, Asian slaws.
Yeah. I've got some chopped mint. Gives it a bit of
Just a bit of freshness.
freshness and crispness. Some cashew nuts. Again, you can leave that out if you're nut free.
I love this. Looking good.
It's delicious. Now for our dressing.
Uh-oh. Only I could break the lid.
So you can have this all made up, and then when your guests arrive, you throw the dressing on. So it's one of those easy, entertaining dishes.
Yeah, I think you need to do that. Let me try it. Divine.
Good flavours, isn't it? Now we mix it all together.
Yum.
As you can see, it's all coming together so beautifully. So we give it just a really good toss.
Yum. I cannot wait to eat this.
Let all the flavours absorb, and then we plate it.
took my only job.
Oh.
She was like, when I finish the salad, you get the bowl.
Okay. So while I'm plating, Victoria, why don't you
Let's do my salad.
do your salad?
All right, I'm gonna get this rocket. Just put it in this mixing bowl. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to use this balsamic glaze. This one's got fig in it. I really like this one, but it's not make or break. Just a little
It's
bit.
nice also just to
I'm going to drizzle it on
decorate.
top also, but I'm just going to run it through the salad as well. I don't have any tongs. It's nice to run it through the salad as well. I'm just going to grab some sea salt. You can also do pepper. I don't really like to do pepper on my rocket, but to taste. Okay. Okay, that's good. So I'm just going to make a bed.
You could do it on any type of platter.
Any type of butter. Bed of the rocket. I'm going to reserve just a couple of rocket leaves. Now I'm going to get my pumpkin. So these have been taken out of the oven and cooled down for 10 minutes.
This looks delicious, Victoria.
Yeah. So now this is like one of those dishes that you eat with your eyes. So the reason I do
So traditionally, it should be on a long platter.
should be on a, but we can do it this way.
Yeah, which I could not find today. But shape it to whatever size platter you have, or
Exactly.
shape. A circle would be nice
You
as
know
well.
what? I could also just do it down. I'll do it like this. That's going to work better.
Down the middle.
Down the middle.
I love pumpkin.
I love pumpkin. It's such a great carbohydrate. It's probably my favorite vegetable,
It's low
actually.
GI.
Yep. Makes you feel really full. Gives you the same endorphins as a crunchy potato.
I wouldn't go that far.
It does.
I do love a duck fat roasted.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the
Potato.
pumpkin's there. Now this is where we go to the Mediterranean. Look, I'm going to use my hands. Nicole's not going to like that, but I just...
No.
You
as long
okay
as
with
they're
me to
clean.
do that? They're very clean. So just this is ricotta. You could use feta, but I didn't want to go to Greece today. I'm somewhere in the north of Italy right now.
Some pepper. Look how delicious that looks.
So I'm going to do a line down the center.
And if you can see, she's sort of putting it between.
Exactly.
It's sort of nicely going in between each of the
doggy.
Can you hear him? Go.
Okay. Give you that, Nick. I might actually need to wash my hands for this part.
Okay.
And now I'm going to get this beautiful homemade pesto. Now, obviously we have made way too much just for this salad. So it just goes into the fridge in an airtight container with a layer of olive oil over the top.
Like a Kilner jar or an old jam jar. And it works really well with pasta.
That's what I mean. So you use it then with pasta.
On a Sunday night, boil some pasta, put a little bit of pasta water in with the pesto, mix it in, some fresh pine nuts,
Beautiful.
grated Parmesan cheese.
Now this also works without the rocket. I have done it in the past with big wedges of Kent pumpkin.
Oh wow.
Standing up with the ricotta, with the pesto. Actually, the inspiration for this recipe came from a lunch I had in LA.
That looks delicious. Pepper and salt.
Salt, I'm not going to salt because I did salt on the salad already. Now I'm going to just do a few rogue rocket leaves just so that I'm not as perfect as Nicole.
She can try what she wants.
Exactly.
She can try and try.
And then I've reserved some of these pine nuts. I put them all the way down the pumpkin.
Gives it a bit of crunch,
I'm going to put a few on the rocket as well. This is just for texture. And there you have.
And then some balsamic glaze.
Yes, sorry. And last but not least, I'm going to do some balsamic glaze.
Now this is a great one because it's a bit thicker.
Squeezy.
It's a glaze.
That's because of the sugar. I am going to do mine in zigzags, but you know, you do what you want. There we go. That is my husband's favorite salad because it's filling and an amazing summer side.
Perfect with a piece of meat off the barbecue, some prawns.
Exactly, and I guess the most exciting thing about both of these recipes is they're absolutely perfect for your summer body too.
So cheers, Victoria.
Cheers, summer salads.
And summer bodies.
And summer bodies. These salads look absolutely delicious.
Why don't you start?
So Nick, tell me, what's your go-to for your summer body?
Well, summer bodies are made in winter, as they say.
Oh my goodness, don't say that.
So
I have not been preparing mine.
I just think consistency is key. And for me, it's about feeling good and feeling healthy. I love to walk. I also love to go to the gym. I love to do Barry's. I love to do Pilates. I really like to mix it up because I feel like I get bored very easily.
Yeah.
So the more I mix it up, the more consistent I feel I am, but with a wide range of things.
And do you exercise every day?
If I don't exercise, I'm physically moving. So it might not be that I'm getting on a Peloton or I'm, at the gym, but I am moving. So if I'm not exercising, it means I've got a really busy day. What about you?
I'm a little bit more addicted to routine, I think, than you are.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
I've had no routine this year. So.
Yeah. So I exercise purely based on time, what I can fit in.
Yeah.
And a few years ago when I was 28, I realized that the fastest thing, well, actually I was 30, the fastest thing to do is to go for a run.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to build up my running fitness because
Really?
I'd never run before, but I had such limited time and I realized like the run starts from the moment you leave your door, right? So unlike Pilates or Barry's, for example, where you've got to drive, get a park, sign into the class, wait for the class, do the class, go back to your car, drive back home. The whole reason I started running was from a time management perspective. So I started off really easy by just doing 20-minute runs, 3 20-minute runs a week. And after about 8 weeks, you build up that running fitness, and I can really run anything now from, well, whatever. I can run 26 Ks, but
Do you love running?
I love the convenience of running. I love the endorphins of running. I think people are quite, intimidated by running, but I love it because it's easy, Nick, really.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's what I do for my summer body, but I have to say
But do you do it for your body or do you do it for your mind?
I do it for my mind, but by default,
Yeah. I agree.
As my husband says, you never see a runner that doesn't look healthy,
No. You also don't see a runner who's smiling.
I smile the whole run.
I don't see many.
Are you serious? Living in Sydney, Harbour City,
I would love to run.
you can't, your boobs.
I'd knock myself unconscious. My body's not made to run.
So funny.
I love, I'm built for comfort, not for speed. I do weights. I love to do weights. I love to build muscle. I love to be toned but for me, like I'm one of those people that, if I had nothing on, I'd go and exercise. But if you said to me, let's go and do something, I'll pick that over. But I do love a walk on the weekend, a long walk. I could do easily, especially when we travel, 20,000 steps, 30,000 steps, just spending the day exploring cities.
See, I'd ideally like to exercise before anything else, but with children, work, you can't always do that. But I can easily be swayed to not go out and instead exercise. So I'm the opposite of you.
So you'd easily pick to go for a jog then.
Okay, let me give you a real life situation.
This is delicious. The pumpkin is absolutely delicious.
Let me give you a real life situation. That's one step probably back from what you're saying. So often I think to myself, do I want my hair to look good at this lunch that I'm going to with Nicole and Krissy and skip my run? Or do I just go for my run and wear my hair in a pony or a bun? And I would always go for a run and wear my hair in a pony or a bun.
Really?
Yeah, like I would always, so that's probably a more true to life example.
Whereas I probably am the opposite. So, coming into summer, how do we keep our kids healthy? How do we keep, our kids active when they're not at school and they want to be home all day playing video games and the sun is shining?
That's so tricky. That's so tricky. How do you do it?
How do you keep everyone
in real life? Just by threatening to take their gaming console away.
Do you take your kids out every day in the holidays?
No, I don't. I definitely don't take my kids out every day. I can take Theodora out because I can take her to the country to see my horses or to lunch. But getting my 11-year-old son away.
No, but when I say out, I mean out to the beach or out to the park or being active. Like, do you take a ball out and pick a ball, or do you go to the beach and, swim in the ocean? And
no, I absolutely do not. 8 weeks of a summer holiday.
Yeah.
8 weeks. 8 times 7 is 52 from my Kumon days. Is this correct?
8 times 7.
Or 56 or 52?
56.
8 times 7 is 56. I do not go to the park for 56 days and kick a ball or go to the beach. No, I don't. How do we keep them active? I don't know. Bake your chips instead of fry?
But you need to sort of keep them moving, don't you?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying in an ideal world, but
Yeah.
that's so hard.
Yeah. It's hard also when the weather's not good.
Which in Australia, in Sydney,
Yeah.
it's often a wet summer.
Should your kids eat salads?
Absolutely not. My husband doesn't even eat salads, and that's why I created this salad. But if I'm doing veggies for the kids, it
Do
has
they
to
eat that?
No, they'll eat the pumpkin. They'll eat the root vegetable. You know, they'll eat the carrot. They'll eat the pumpkin.
Would they eat this?
My son would eat that,
Yeah.
but Theodora might struggle with that.
And what do you think of the salad?
I think it's gorgeous. This
Yeah.
Asian salad is amazing. I love this Mediterranean flavour here of the pumpkin. I think that they can both be a meal in themselves.
Yeah.
I think these are perfect for summer bodies.
I know, and there's summer on a plate, really.
Summer on a plate. I'm loving this sunshine.
And rosé.
Summer salad, summer bodies.
Cheers.